Hey folks, it's Handmade by Shirley. Welcome back to my channel. I've come on to do some stamping today. I've got a new stamp sets, no particular brand, but I fancied Cheryl's Rennie Mackintosh type stamps and I just couldn't find them anywhere. So I found these probably not very good quality ones on eBay, but they do the job and I like them. So we're going to use the stamping platform today, and we're going to use the stamps. I'll just show you the ones that came in this set. So there's that one I'm going to use today, which is the Mackintosh Rose, and there's a couple of other sort of rose ones. There's a sort of border rose, separate kind of rose, and one sentiment which we'll use today. And then this one is one where you could make a frame, so you could frame either all the way round or just perhaps diagonally, or just use it as is. So I'm going to use my stamping platform, and I'm also going to be using my Versamark and some black embossing powder, so that I can make it into a nice frame. And then I'm going to colour in with some alcohol pens, and then at the end I'm going to pop some glossy accents over the top as well. So I just stamped it out to show you what it looks like, and I think you'll agree it's really nice. So I've got some pieces of card here. I've got some nice cream card, vanilla card. And my base card is 5x7. Then I've got this piece, it looks black but it's actually brown, because I tried the black but I just thought it was a bit too harsh. So it's from Carnation Crafts, and it measures 3.5 by 6.5, 6 3/4. And this other piece that we're going to stamp on measures 6.5 by 3.25. So I thought it'd be easier to use the stamping platform, because when I was stamping this out, because it's obviously not quite as good quality, because it's an unbranded stamp, it didn't stamp particularly well the first time or second time I stamped it. But always, when you get new stamps, always stamp them a couple of times anyway before you actually use it on a project. And I've just got a bright black mark there, so I'll turn that over. So I'm just going to pop this into the where I want it to be. So I want it kind of up here with because I want to leave space for my sentiment at the bottom. So I'm going to pop magnets on there, and that should hold the paper in place. And then I've lifted that up exactly where I want it to go. And when you're stamping, if you don't get a good impression the first time, that's the beauty of this platform. You can re-ink it and do it again. So because I'm doing it with Versamark, you won't see it as well, but I'm hoping that I'll just stamp it a couple of times. So I'm going to go over with my wee embossing buddy, my anti-static bag that just gets rid of any bits of stray pieces of whatever you don't want on it. So just go over with that, and then I'll just bring my Versamark in and just ink that up well. Practically fits that whole ink pad actually. And then just ink it. So I can still ink it again with the Versamark, because I'll probably try it 2 or 3 times, but it looks like it's actually done it okay apart from there. So we'll just do it again. You know that will go down in exactly the same place as it did before, because it's not moved. If you'd just done it with a block, you could have maybe lined it up, but you might not have got it exactly, and I'll just do it one more time just to make sure it is actually done properly. There we go. I think that's fine. So I'm just going to take that out. Actually, there's a bit there. Just leave it. Leave it now. I don't think I've quite got that bit there, but I've moved it now. I don't think that'll work. Let's see if that's going to go in exactly the same place. Is it? Yeah, we'll just, I thought I had moved it, but there is a bit up the middle which hasn't quite stamped properly. So just make sure there's plenty on that, and I'll just press that bit up the middle, and that should work. Didn't work that well. We'll just go with it and see. So I can now take that out, pop that to the side just now somewhere, and then what I want to do is go in with my embossing powder. Just go over the whole thing like that, and then there we go. Might just do a wee bit there. And just give it a flick on the back just to make sure it's all come off. There's a wee bit there. Right, I'll just try that. And then I can pop this in, back into my pot. Oh, didn't mean that bit to go on the side there, but it has, so we'll just get rid of that quickly. There we go. So I'm going to pop the heat tool on now, just to dry that off. So and there we go, it's starting to cook. You'll see it's starting to get a little bit brighter as it cooks. So as the heat gun hits on top of the embossing powder, it heats up, fixes and sticks. There we go. Now what I might have to do is cut that down, and you can see the shine on that there. So I think I'm going to have to cut that down because it's got a couple of marks on it there that I didn't really want to have. So I'll just get my trimmer. I mean, I could do it again. I'm just going to get my trimmer. Now I'm just wondering actually if that down. So the size on that will be slightly different, and it's a wee bit squint looking, so I'm just going to fix that so it's a bit straighter. That's better. Oh, that's very near the edge. You know, I might be starting again, guys, but at least you can see the process, which I think is quite nice. See, I might have to cut that very tiny bit off there. Just change it. So if you do make a mistake, you can always fix it. So obviously that size of that piece isn't going to be that size anymore. So I think that might look a bit too dark in the middle of that. So what I would do is get another piece of this card, And I think I'll just pop that on top of there. Like, oh, and I wanted that underneath. So obviously I'm going to pop all these measurements on, and I'll just do it like this now. So it'll just be slightly different. Have the piece in there, and we'll do it like that. So that should be fine. There's always a way. So I want to just do the wording now. So I'm not going to use the, don't think I'm going to use the, well, maybe I should. I wasn't going to use the platform, but I think I will actually use it. So what I need to do is, sorry for banging the camera there, folks. I forget it's that low. Is I need to find the spot where I'm going to put the wording. So put it back into the stamping platform. And so this is going to be roughly here. So just hold that down for a minute. And I'm just going to measure up where I can pop this. So roughly there, so I need to move that away. So roughly there. And just put that on there. So I can take that off now because I've decided it's going to go on there. Just put my, oh, not good that you moved it, Shirley. So, and just bring that over, and then get your Versamark. Oh, nearly forgot my embossing buddy as well. Need to get a new one. I did have a new one, but I seem to have misplaced it. So ink that up again and press it down like that, and then you can see where it is, but I'll just do that once more. I always like to do things 2 or 3 times on this just to make sure I've definitely covered it all. And one more, I think. Got, yeah, I think that's fine. And then take it off of that, put that to the side, and then bring back your powder. And then, now there's a few wee bits there that I don't want. So I have got a small brush that I keep nearby, so you can just brush that all away. There's a wee bit there. Might have to do that again. Let's see. I don't know why that one's gone so. Let's see if we can get that to work. I think I might have to do that again on the other side because I'm not happy with that. So let's just brush that all off like that. And so I've just turned it to the other side, and I will have to move that over. I will have to just line it up again. Might have to get another piece of paper. Let's just see. Let's get another piece of paper. We've got a wee piece here now. How big was that? Let's just, let me just eyeball it. I'm seeing about there. I don't know if that's correct, but I'll just eyeball it at the minute and hope that's about right. Let's have a look. Yeah, not bad at all. Right, so let's pop this back in again. Do your embossing buddy. And then let's get our Versamark. Move that over out the way. Move that out the way. Go, and I'll just do it one more time. Go. Yeah, better. Let's hope it works better this time. So we'll just pop our, let's pop my powder back in. I know I'm going to just pour it back out again, but just put a little bit on and hope it works this time. Yeah, that's better. It's definitely better. So pop this away so it doesn't fly everywhere. Put the lid on as well. Oh. Now you can use any embossing powder, any brand. This is an old one called from Papermania, but I've got lots of different ones. I've got Wow, I've got Stampin'Up embossing powders, I've got lots of different ones, so just use what you've got. So let's just give that a wee flick. Right, let's just heat that now. There we go, there it goes. That's it done. So, pop that one onto here. And before we do that, we're just going to do some colouring with some what did I say, alcohol paints. So I've got a couple of colours I'm going to use. So these are Stampin'Up alcohol blends, and they are really good. I like them. So there's dark and light red that we're going to use. So just start colouring your rose, and you'll notice that if you do this type of technique, it acts as a resist type technique, so that the embossed edges act as resist, which is quite good. So just quickly colour various bits of this in. That, and I'm not going to take too long about it because I don't want the video to be too long. So that was the dark red. I'm just going to put some of the light red, and there's two ends, there's a brush end and a finer end. For small areas I think it's better to use the finer end. And for the brush end, it's probably better to use it on a bigger area. So I'm just going to do a few wee bits. I'm not going to go too mad. Like that. And I've got some green as well. I've got some soft succulent, dark soft succulent and light soft succulent. And I do have this very old colour dark Call Me Clover as well. So let's use the fine tip to do it. And it's just, I do so love this Rennie Mackintosh. It's so nice. I just like it so much. And I've been, as I say, I've been searching for ages. I did have a friend who gave me a loan of a Rennie Mackintosh stamp ages ago, but then I never found out really what it was called. I'm just going to add some of this Daffodil Delight as well. Just a little bit here. There's a wee kind of stripe there, and there's a couple here. Just to give it a wee bit of difference. Because there's obviously various wee sections. They're quite nice because it's kind of stained glass effect, isn't it? So it's quite nice just to add a few wee bits of colour here and there. Other colours could I add? What's this one? Let's see, I've got light Blackberry Bliss. What colour is that on a piece of paper? Yeah, that might be quite nice. So there's a couple of wee bits there, could do. Just as I say, I don't want to do too much, I don't want to overpower it too much. Maybe one bit here. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I might do a wee bit of the dark, is that the light? This is the darker one, isn't it? Down here, and then that's it. I think. Or shall I do? I don't know when to stop now, you see. I don't know when to stop. I don't want to overpower it, but I do want to sort of colour it as well. This wee bit here maybe, and that bit there. And just fill it in a wee bit. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. That looks pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that onto there, I think. Yep. So I'm just going to use some wet glue on here to do that. So let's get rid of that. I've got a little cloth here that I could get rid of that with. I want to have right, and then I'm just going to pop it on as straight as I can. Let's see, it's not that straight surely. But that's better. Just give that a press down. Go, and then I'm going to stick it onto the black piece now. Just in the middle, might have to cut a wee bit at the bottom there. And just put on this piece here. I'll put all the measurements in because obviously I changed it slightly from what I told you at the beginning. So I can pop them in the description box anyway. And once you're happy with that, just stick it down, turn it around, just give it a wee burnish, and I'm going to have to cut the bottom off here because it's too much of a gap. So I want to kind of make it the same as the top, so the top, that's probably okay. I think I could still take a wee toty bit off it. Yeah, that's better. There we go. So now we'll just pop this onto the front of our card, like so. Cool. And then just make sure that's clean and right, and get it in the middle. Like so. And then I'm just going to, on the back, just press it down and just get rid of any other bits you don't want on it. There's a few bits there, but I think they are actually just in the card. Now the next thing I was going to do, the very last thing I was going to do, was put some glossy accents on. You wouldn't have to do that, you could just leave as is. But I thought I might put some on. So I've got some glossy accents from Ranger. If I can get the thing open enough. Just see if that's coming out. Yes, I think it is. So what I wanted to do was just to go over some of the bits. You could go over the whole thing to make it look like a stained glass window type. I think I'm just going to go over some of the florally bits. This just makes it stand out and it then dries very shiny like glass. So it's quite nice. And just turn that round. So when it's dried, I'll pop this onto my social media pages, Handmade by Shirley on Facebook and at Handmade by Shirley on Instagram. And you can see the finished card there. I think I'll do these leaves as well. So this has got a really nice tip as well, so it's easy to, you know, kind of just go over it. I don't want that air bubble go away. And then I might go down a bit of here. A bit here in the middle. And these wee 3 dots at the bottom. And that's my card. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed seeing me make this. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. I'd be delighted to have you here. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.